Hi friends, Jay Sinnott here for another edition of Cooking with Jay, my Jazzy Jae kitchen. Thank you for watching. I hope all of you are doing well. For this edition of the program, putting together one of my personal favorite dishes for you on this edition of Cooking with Jay. Indian butter chicken. I just love Indian food. Indian cuisine is just, it's one of my favorites, in my top three. I would put it in my top three. What my other two are, I'm not quite sure, but Indian cuisine is definitely up there. Just the layers of spice, always been so intriguing to me, and tasty, delicious. So Indian butter chicken, and it's a very somewhat simple dish to make. I think, you see me do this, if I can do this, you certainly can do this, because that's the concept of the show, the home cook concept, and that's what I am. I'm not a professional chef. I just love to cook. I'm a serious foodie. So Indian chicken on this edition of Cooking with Jay. And I want to move my saucepan over the fire. Here, we'll get back to that in just a moment, but I want to tell you what I have here. Some chicken, and I dice up the chicken in fairly, about 1-inch chunks, right? Season the chicken with salt and pepper, okay? Now, this array of spices here in front of me. I have some heavy cream. I have some tomato sauce. I have about a teaspoon of mustard seeds. I have about a tablespoon of Garam Masala. Yeah, that's the main ingredient right there, Garam Masala. I have about a teaspoon of cumin, about a teaspoon of chili powder. I have some diced up onions. We have some garlic. We have some minced up ginger. And for some garnish, we have some chopped up cilantro. And of course, butter and oil. So we're going to make Indian butter chicken for you on this edition of Cooking with Jay. So let's get over to the stove and I'll show you how I put this dish together. All right. Okay, over here at the stove, in the saucepan here, I have about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of butter, and a little bit, about a tablespoon of olive oil in here as well, okay? So I'm gonna add the chicken. Yes, you got a lot of butter in this dish, hence the title. Butter chicken. Very common dish in Indian cuisine. And it's one of my personal favorites. All right, so put that over there. And one thing I like to do also put the onions in as well, okay? So get that flavor happening. Ba-da-ba. I've enjoyed Indian cuisine for a long time, and I want to cook this over a medium-high heat, okay? And in this pot, I have some rice, some basmati rice that I cooked in a cup of basmati rice with about 1.5 cups of liquid. I use broth, chicken broth for my liquid. You can use water, of course, if you prefer. Yeah. Chicken's starting to cook nicely. Start to mix these onions in here. Let's get a chicken breast, dice up the chicken breast. Ba-ba-ba-ba. We, on the show, we were talking with my camera guy. We would always talk about things that we can put together, we can make, and want to do some things on the grill. Just got a new grill, and want to cook some things out there. I have some interesting barbecue sauces and an array of different kind of vegetables that I can cook out there on the grill. So I'm real excited about doing that as well. Indian butter chicken. I want to take you again through these spices while this chicken is cooking with these onions. Okay? Again, diced up chicken breasts, chunk-sized pieces. And we have about a tablespoon of Garam Masala, and you can find Garam Masala in most grocery stores. You can make your own cumin, cardamom. You know, it's just easier to buy it. You know, because there's several different ingredients that go in to Garam Masala, but it's a delicious flavor, really is. Just elevates the dish to a new level when you put some Garam Masala in. And when you do that, if you're familiar with the flavor profiles of Indian cuisine, you will definitely taste that when you put the Garam Masala in. And then there's some cumin I put in here, some chili powder, some mustard seeds that will go in, some tomato sauce, some heavy cream. The chicken is cooking in butter and oil. I have some garlic I'm going to put in here as well, and some freshly grated ginger. But I want these onions to cook a little bit more with this chicken. Getting there. Cooking with Jay, by the way, my show airs Sunday nights at 6 o'clock on the WHRO Public Media Facebook page. And you can see archive editions of the program at the WHRO Public Media YouTube channel. Okay, so keep that in mind. You can always see the episodes that have already been recorded and taped on the WHRO Public Media YouTube channel. But the show, new editions of the show air Sunday evenings at 6. And if you miss it at 6 o'clock, you can just scroll down the page because the show will still be there on the page for a while. And these onions and the chicken starting to smell good. And it's just going to smell better here in just a moment. So I have this cooking on a fairly medium-high heat right now. Okay? The chicken's with the onions. And over here again, some basmati rice that we'll serve with that, with the chicken. I would always like to know what you're cooking. If you're making some interesting dishes, let me know what you're cooking. Just send me an email to j.sennett, that's jae.sennett@whrv.org. Let me know some of the interesting dishes you're putting together. Would love to know what you're cooking. I would also love to know what you think of the show. You know, I'm so appreciative of you tuning in and watching. And several of you, since I've been doing the show, have contacted me. Said you made the dishes I've made and you've turned them into your recipes. You know, you change a spice here or there. And it's kind of like what I do a lot of times. You know, if I see an interesting recipe that I like, I'll say, I wonder what this would taste like if I changed this over here and maybe put some of this in there, right? And then you can take that. A lot of chefs do that, actually. And then it becomes your dish, all right? Your dish. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do here with this chicken, I'm going to have a little crater there in the middle because I am going to add the garlic, all right? About 3 cloves of garlic, finely minced up garlic. And we have about a tablespoon of some finely minced up ginger, fresh ginger. Mix that in well. Boy, these aromas just jumped up. about 6 notches. I put that garlic and the ginger in here. All right. Okay. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to add some liquid. But just let this cook just for about another minute or so. Indian butter chicken. It's kind of a common dish in Indian cuisine. Dice up the chicken breast, dice up an onion, cook the chicken in some butter and some oil, about a tablespoon or 2 of butter, a tablespoon of oil, dice up the onion, and you add some garlic and some freshly grated ginger, about 3 cloves of garlic and about a small tablespoon of ginger, freshly grated ginger. Okay, fairly high heat. Now we're going to add the tomato sauce. I'm going to turn this down just a little. About 8 ounces of tomato sauce. Okay. Then I'm going to add about half a cup, 3/4 cup of cream. Oh man. See, it's pretty simple so far, you know? And it's almost complete. Okay, it's almost complete. Now you can add more tomato sauce if you like, you know. Okay, so now what I'm going to add, all right, we have about a teaspoon of chili powder. We have about a teaspoon of cumin. Okay. We have about a teaspoon of mustard seeds, and we have about a tablespoon of Garam Masala. Okay. And the chicken is seasoned nicely with some salt and pepper. You want to get these flavors stirred in here, all right? Oh, now that aroma. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, yeah. Smell that Garam Masala. The onions and the garlic, and tomato sauce. Yep. And I'm going to get some salt, a little bit more salt out of here, out of my cabinet, and some black pepper. Turn the fire down. All right. Just a little bit more salt. I didn't have enough out there. Okay, that's all I want to put in there. That back up. You wouldn't believe the way this kitchen smells right now. Now, I have to taste, check the flavor profiles. Now, I have to laugh. You know why I laugh? I laugh. I love it when I get it right the first time. You know, put this together. And I've made it a few times, you know, but when you put it together, and it just comes out right, that first time, and I don't really have to make hardly any adjustments to it, right? It's just, it's perfecto. Oof. Whoops. Kind of double dip there. Can't do that. All right. All right. And you know what, folks? This is done. That's it. That's it. This is done. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go back over to the counter, and I'm going to plate this and sprinkle some garnish on it with some cilantro, Indian butter chicken. So let's go plate. All right, so let's add some of the rice in the bowl there. Some basmati rice, okay. Some of the buttered chicken. Oh man, that smells good. Yep, that there. I'm gonna garnish it with a little bit of cilantro. Not much. Cilantro also very common in Indian cuisine. Set this out here so you can look at that. That's Jazzy Jae's Indian butter chicken over basmati rice, garnished with some cilantro. And the aromas in the kitchen. Oh, man. My mouth is watering. Wonder if my camera guy, his mouth is watering too. So that's the dish for this edition of Cooking with Jay, Indian butter chicken. Easy enough to make, fairly quickly you can make this dish. Again, some diced up chicken breast, diced up onion, some garlic, a few cloves of garlic, finely minced up garlic, a tablespoon of minced up ginger, teaspoon, now think of the teaspoons, teaspoon of mustard seeds, teaspoon of chili powder, teaspoon of cumin, and a tablespoon of Garam Masala. Okay, then we have about 8 ounces of tomato sauce. You can put a little bit more tomato sauce in there if you want it. And about a half a cup of cream, heavy cream. All right, and season the chicken breast, dice up the chicken breast in chunks, salt and pepper, okay? Cook the chicken breast in tablespoon or two of butter and a little bit of oil in there, about a tablespoon of oil as well, okay? Cook the chicken 10 minutes, then start adding the other seasonings in there, mix it in. You saw how I made that. Easy enough. So that wraps up this edition, this episode of Cooking with Jay. If you are in the food industry and you think you might want to underwrite the program, I can put you in contact. Well, I'll give you the contact. Her name is Diane Rojic at WHRO, Diane.Rojic at WHRO, if you want to underwrite Cooking with Jay, which airs Sunday evenings again at 6 on the WHRO Public Media Facebook page, and you can see archive programs of the show at the WHRO Public Media YouTube channel. I'm Jay Sennett, the host and producer and the cook for the show. Until next episode of Cooking with Jay, be safe out there, friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Hi everyone, Jay Sennett here. Cooking with Jay is now even more jazzy in my new home with my chef's kitchen. I'd love for you to check it out. Join me Sunday evenings at 6 on Facebook at WHRO Public Media. Let's get cooking.